Now, do you like magic?
Yes.
All right, good, because I brought a magic coin with me. Now, this is one of the very first tricks I ever learned. Because the thing about this magic coin is if I wave over this hand, it gives me a second one, just like that, whenever I want. And then, yeah, I know. And then I can always get a third one like that, see? That gives me 1, 2, and 3. I can take us back in time, though, before I had the 3, when I just had the 2, and before I had the 2, when I just had the 1. Now this last one always vanishes in a strange way. When it disappears, it vanishes, but it doesn't reappear here. No, it goes all the way back into the pocket again where we started. It goes back to where it wanted to be, see? But I know, it scares me as well, trust me. Because I can take this coin and wave, and I still get the second coin again, just like that. And I can always reach out and get that third coin again whenever I need it. 1, 2, and 3. If I could actually have you guys help me, just hold up both your hands. This hand palm up here, this hand palm up right there. Raise it up just a little bit. Right there, that's perfect. We're going to start with the 3 coins. You see the 3 coins there, right? All that's going to happen is this. I'm going to touch my thumbs together. One coin's going to fly from one hand to the other, just like that. Well, it makes me laugh too. Now, have you guys ever seen Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you never supposed to do in Ghostbusters?
I don't know.
Cross? No, that's good though. No, cross the streams. Remember, you never cross the streams. Same thing with magic. Never cross the magician's hands, because it makes it impossible to do sleight of hand, but I'll try to do that for you now. 2 here, 1 here, but all it takes is a moment. They go across. Here, well, I tell you what, we'll try it again. You look scared. It's okay. You hold on.
I don't know how you're doing.
That's good. That's why I'm here. I'm going to give you these 2 to hold on to. I just need you to. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. They keep jumping. They keep jumping around like that. I'm sorry. How many do you see there, sir?
2.
That's 2. I want you to squeeze onto them tight for me, please. Squeeze tight so I can't sneak one out. Or worse yet, make sure I can't. Oh, geez. Sneak one in. Go ahead, spill those coins on the table. Make sure everyone can see exactly how many you got. Yeah, that's right. That's the 3 there. I know. I thank you. I think it's cool too. That's why I do it. But the hard part is actually stopping. See, when I put them in my pocket, they still come back. See, that's the first one again. And when I wave, it gets the second one to come. And then I can reach out in the air and get that third one again, giving me the 3. But we can go back in time again whenever we need to. We'll get rid of this one. That's fine. This next one, I'll get rid of that one too. This last one, I'm going to make vanish visibly. I used to say that for years, and finally someone asked me, how do you make something vanish visibly, right?
Bird, how are you?
Exactly. And I said, like this. But like I said, they always come back. See, that's the problem. This one, if I could actually make it vanish visibly, it probably looks something like this. And then it would vanish, misty, like a dream. Thank you very much. You guys have been great. Thank you. I'm glad you guys could come. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Got a pocket in your hands?
No, I hide them in the nose. That's where they go. Hi there, I'm Kainoa. And let me show you the very first coin trick I ever learned. It was a really simple coin trick, actually. Well, at least I thought it was at the time. All that happened was I would take this coin, wave it over my hand, and I'd get a second coin, just like that. Of course, being a magician, I always have a third coin. It's always up my sleeve. That's where we tend to keep them. That's number 2. 1, 2, 3 coins. But let me take us back in time for just a split second. Back in time before I had the 2. I only had, sorry, I had the 3 when I only had the 2. Before I had the 2, I just had this one. This last one is very difficult. I can have to actually take it, give it a hard enough squeeze, it vanishes. Whoop. Doesn't appear though over here. Actually reappears all the way back over here, where it came from. It's inside the pocket. But whenever I need to, I can give a little wave and I can get that second coin to come back again, right? Remember? And that third one, well, it always hides over here. Magician always keeps it up his sleeve. That's where it is. That's 1, 2, and 3. The reason why I have these 3 coins is because I can show you one of the oldest tricks in the book in terms of coin magic. All that would happen with 3 coins is that you'd simply give the 3 coins a squeeze, touch your thumbs together, and cause one of those coins to travel from this hand to this hand. You ever see the movie Ghostbusters where they say, you know, don't cross the streams? Whatever you do, don't cross the magician's hands. Because if you cross the magician's hands, it's almost like tying him up. It's almost impossible for him to do the magic. But eventually, the coins go across, because that's just what they do. That's 1 and 2, leaving me with the 1 over here. If I'm going to put these two, try to put them in this person's hand over here. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. That's all confusing. I'm sorry. Here, that's really the 2 coins. I'm going to give you the 2. You squeeze onto them tightly for me, okay? Right there. Perfect. Thank you. This one is the most difficult one. If I take it and toss it, it vanishes. Of course, I guess the only place you could probably is over here in your hand. We'll take a look. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3 coins. Now, the hardest point is actually not doing this trick. The hardest point is 1, 2, stopping. If I get rid of the 3 coins, it only takes a moment and one of them comes back. Like before, if I wave it over my hand, the second one appears. And with these two, we always have to look at the sleeve for the 3rd coin. But remember how I made us go back in time before? I can do it again. I just give a little wave like that. That coin vanishes. That leaves me with just these 2. One more wave. That leaves me with just this last one. I'm going to make this last one vanish visibly. Watch carefully. Someone finally asked me the other day, like, can you really vanish something visibly? It's true. Here, watch. It's all right. I can tell you're not impressed. We'll use this one over here. This last coin. If I were to show it to you how it vanished visibly, well, it probably looks something like this. I'd simply give a little wave, and the coin would dissipate. A memory, misty, like a dream. Thanks. So this is the explanation for what I call easy trifecta. This routine is a wonderful table hopping working routine. It's the routine that I came up with when I was just starting out with coin magic. And I took a lot of it from what I was reading at the time, which would be this book called Williamson's Wonders, which is The Magic of David Williamson by Richard Kaufman. It's a phenomenal book, and there are 2 routines in it that I based my entire sequence on. The first one was called When You're Behind Your Head, which uses the Mike Gallo one behind principle, and the other one is Cross-Eyed Coins Across. And I realized that I could pretty much do a version of Gary Kurtz's trio without having to do a lot of really difficult sleight of hand if I could just rework the routine using the ideas from this book. So let me explain them to you as I run through the routine again. One of the best things about this routine is that you don't need to have the coins in your hand to begin with. It all starts in your pocket. What you need are 4 coins, and I'm using 4 silver $half here. My coins are soft, but you don't necessarily need soft coins. But the first time I did this trick with 64 Kennedys. So talk about coins that are not soft, but very shiny and very noisy. The softness does make a few things a little easier, but it's not necessary in any way, shape, or form. Since all 4 coins start in your pocket, you can start whenever. All you have to do is ask the people, would you like to see a little magic? I have something special here for you in my pockets. It's kind of an awkward sentence to say, but you can say it anyway. And you pull out a coin. That's what it looks like you do. In reality, what you've done is you've pulled out a coin that you have at your fingertips, and you have another coin here in finger palm. And I'm using a Ramsey-style finger palm, just using the one finger to hold onto the coin, like I usually do. Next move that you do is a shuttle pass. Coin drops in this hand in an open finger palm position. This hand turns over, and as this hand turns over, this hand turns up. And the thumb at the same time kicks the coin back out of finger palm. So it comes up, kick. Let's do it from the exposed so you'll see it sooner. It goes, oops. So from the exposed view, it comes up and kick. That's a nice slow, like that. That's all you need in order to create the illusion of the coin. As this hand turns over, falling over. So this hand is now apparently clean, even though you have a coin there, concealed from the audience. And I talk about the magical qualities of it, and I say that sometimes when I wave it over my hand, I can get a second coin, just like that. So you just open your hand, the coin that was after your shuttle pass, and reveal that coin. Now for the fun part. Where are you going to get the 3rd coin? You're never going to have the 3rd coin. It's a bluff. Tee-hee, tee-hee. You're going to do a very simple click pass. And the move is very simple. It's one of the easiest click passes you can do. It's all going to be done with your thumb and index finger. Your thumb's going to push forward, your index finger is going to grab the coin, so it's held between the thumb and index finger. This coin stays in finger palm, and then you release. It just bounces off. It bounces off and falls into the other hand, but it looks very much like you have 2 coins, drop them in the hand. You have these 2 coins, drop them both in the hand, you get a nice sound, but you only dropped one, so you're concealing the 1 coin in finger palm. Now I produce this 3rd coin, and I say I keep the 3rd coin over here at my elbow. behind my sleeve. Now you can do a false count if you want to here. I don't always do a false count, but it's easy to do. It's based on the one from the Michael Amar books. You toss one coin, they see one. You toss another coin, they see two. You keep your thumb here as if you're holding a coin. And so this is the exposed version. You wouldn't do this to them. So you're here, and that's 1, 2, right? And they think there's another one here. And you're going to do the exact same click pass you just did, but instead of letting it bounce off, you're going to let it just rest on the other coin. So 1, 2, 3. And with that sound, 1, 2, 3, it's very convincing. And even though there's a little bit of motion here with the thumb and index finger, it's not enough to convince people that, hey, he just did a sneaky move rather than really just counted 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. 3 coins. I drop whatever I do, I usually have them just here. 2 coins, they think there are 3. I'm going to lever these coins up and fan them. As I do that, I'm going to bring this hand over. As this hand does a fake take, it pretends to take the coins. So it's a very convincing illusion. It almost looks like you get a retention of taking one of the coins, and you haven't. I place that fake retention into this hand, and then wave. And then you get a nice vanish, just like that. So it's just a push up, there, wave. You get a weird kind of creepy retention of the fact of taking absolutely nothing and putting it in your hand. The next vanish I do is a little bit more complicated. You can substitute your own vanish here, but what I do is I do a fingertip retention pass into this hand. It's an edge grip. So the way to do this is it all uses my middle finger. The middle finger is going to come out and clip that coin, which is a clip vanish version of clip vanish that comes right from the Williamson book, the very first trick in the Williamson's Wonders. And once it's clipped, I can just keep pushing that middle finger back until my thumb can contact it, and I have the coin in edge grip. Notice that my edge grip is a little bit different from David Roth's edge grip, which would be a little bit further forward. You can't really get that middle finger under there if it's too far forward. And it's certainly not a downs palm, which would give that middle finger all sorts of, wiggly abilities, but is too far a distance for that coin to be. So you want to keep that coin right there in that edge grip, that sort of that middle area, so that you can be able to get that finger under there so you can get it out if you need to. That way, I can roll the coin back into edge grip, wave like that, I get a nice freebie. You can do a very much simpler vanish here if you'd like. Because all you need to do now is a shuttle pass. So it looks very much like you've just vanished the second coin. Your hands look very clean thanks to the shuttle pass. Now you're going to do a spider grip vanish, or at least a variation of a spider grip vanish, i.e. you're going to do a gesture with the hand that's palming both coins to convince the audience that you've created a vanish. This coin is in finger palm here. This coin at my fingertips, it's going to go into my hand. So what's going to happen is I'm going to simply slide this coin using this index finger here as a guide. I'm going to slide this coin right on top of this one. What you'd think it would happen is you should go in past the coin and then come down on it. But that's going to almost guarantee you noise. You want to make the coin make contact with the other coin as soon as humanly possible, that you can then guide it in to make the meaning or the contact of the coins as soft as possible, as gentle as possible. So that index finger acts as a guide, slides the coin right in. You now have the 2 coins here in finger palm. And the nice thing about this is because you have to be slow, it looks a little contrived. So the audience they're guessing that you didn't really put the coin in this hand. And that is driven home when you do this. You can flex like this. And I'm doing a flex out of finger with the coins, both coins in finger palm, and I'm just doing a little toss into the air. It's very convincing. And because of the Ramsey style of the finger palm, they see a lot of flesh. It looks very empty. If you want to, at this point, you don't have to do it out of finger palm. You can also tilt both coins to nowhere palm, so that instead of having a toss that looks like this, you have a toss that looks like this. Even more skin, right? And as a coin magician, you want to show as much skin as possible. Well, you know what I mean. So, you've got your spider grip vanish done. The heat's on this hand drops to the side, the dirty hand drops to the side. This hand, I usually sort of raise it and sort of feint as if I'm going to produce the coin, but then show that, no, the coin's not there either. And that allows me to go into my pocket. When I go into my pocket, I'm going to do the exact same thing I started with. I'm going to pull one coin out and have the other coin, the fourth coin that was been hiding with this one the whole time in the pocket, in finger palm. Now I have 4 coins. So I just went from having 2 and being one behind to being one ahead of the audience. This coin, because they believe this hand to be empty, this coin can now wave over this hand, and you can produce the second coin. All I'm doing here is in order, and this is about the only part that really requires soft coins, but I used to do this with Kennedy's as well, is that I very slowly push that coin up to the fingertips, using the index finger as a guide to help make the coins make as little noise as possible. If you are having experience with rolling coins, one of the things you can do is try to balance that coin as quickly as possible. That way it gets away from the other coin and will make less noise. So you can combine one of these 2 techniques in order to get that coin to be as quiet as possible. Now you can produce a coin from either side here. I usually, since this hand is, since it's a surprise that the coin came out of this hand, I will go over here to this sleeve. So the opposite sleeve, I pulled this coin out from last time and produced the coin, the third coin. Now you have 3 coins. They think they only know of 3. If you want to, you can do a quick utility pass. I don't usually do that, but you can. Because what we're going to do right now is go right into the cross-eyed coins sequence, which I've only added one little minor touch to that at the end that really does make the ending useful. This is where a little bit of ambidextrousness helps, because we're going to be classic palming with both hands. You can do it on a tabletop. You can also do it into 2 spectators' hands. So you have a lot of leeway with this routine. You're going to classic palm one of the 2 coins here, or one of the 3 coins here. So I usually show the audience this position. I'm going to be classic palming that coin farthest away from me at this point, closest to my fingertips, as I turn in. The excuse I use, the magical gesture I use here, also is the excuse for the classic palm, because a lot of the times you're learning classic palm, your thumb comes out, which it's not supposed to do. But now we can make an excuse for it by saying if I touch my thumbs together, right? So I'm here, and I say, look, what's going to happen is I'm going to just touch my thumbs together. And now I classic palm the top coin, and I drop 2 coins here, 1 coin classic palm here. I drop the extra coin that was concealed here the entire time. I know that line about the Ghostbusters line, because I always wanted a good line for that crossing the arms, and so I always have that. I use that line from Ghostbusters. Like, have you ever seen Ghostbusters? What are you never supposed to do with Ghostbusters? And there's usually some very nerdy person there who will say, "Don't cross the streams," and everybody in the audience goes, "Oh yeah, right, Ghostbusters." It's nice that people are still watching Ghostbusters. This line probably will only work for another 30 minutes. Who knows? So you say you never cross streams, and that's right. And I say that's right. And one thing you don't want to do as a magician is cross your arms. It's almost like tying a magician up. If only this were true. What you're doing here is, of course, is getting one ahead by crossing your arms. They don't know that, but it's just a nice evil moment that you can just sort of enjoy silently to yourself. Pick up the 2 coins here. Again, spread out so that this coin is ready to go into classic palm. Pick up the 1 coin here. You can do a really fun display from Gary Kurtz, where he will, if you have a coin in classic palm here and none here, but as you turn around and flash, if you have the right angles on this side, what will happen is that I just put the thumb beneath the middle finger there, so it helps to really sort of augment the idea that there is nothing in classic palm. It's a nice little display you can do. It's optional. Classic palm with this hand, release with this hand, the coins have gone across. This is one of my favorite moments here, and it's from the original book. You turn your hand up here, and if you're a magician trying to follow along at that moment, usually that nails magicians, because even though you had their arms crossed, they don't get why because he's trying to be one ahead. I don't know how did he really vanish that coin? They forget that you've uncrossed your arms. Now for the ending. You're going to put these coins into a spectator's hand, and what's usually the problem when you're trying to put a coin in a spectator's hand? The problem usually is that they don't close it fast enough. So we're going to condition them to try to close their hands as quickly as possible without saying, close it as quickly as possible, please, otherwise you'll screw up my trick. You're going to pick up the 1 coin that hasn't gone yet, and you're going to do a shuttle pass. So you're going to clean up the hand that's already over here. That could be just a freebie, right? But we're not going to do that. You're going to shuttle pass over, show this 1 coin, I place it there to my fingertips, and I find some spectator to this side of me, to my left, and I say, I need you to hold on to these 2 coins, and hold on to them tightly for me. And as I make the fist, I classic palm the top of the 2 coins. As I put this down into their hand, I say, oh, wait a minute, and I drop this coin onto the one in my finger palm. So for them, it's the idea that here I have 2 coins, I'm going to, oh wait, they jumped back, right? And it's almost this weird transposition moment of the 1 for 2, and people can't quite tell exactly what happened, but they know that this there's something magical that occurred here that messed up what the intention was. So you say, oh wait, I'm sorry, they kind of jump around. We need to be quicker. And that's usually all I say, if that much. Here, we'll try it again. What I do at this point is I have the 2 coins that just landed there, 2 coins that are here. I toss both of the coins over, placing them right on top of the coin that I've been concealing in this hand. And I square the whole stack up with my Ramsey finger palm, and it's like I deal the top one forward. And what this does is it looks like it's like you're doing a double lift with the coin back here. They can't see that coin. And I thought I came up with this move, and it's actually Larry Jennings' move. So, whatever. So you're showing 2 here, and you say, I'm sorry, here, I'm going to give you the 2, and they look at it and they go, yeah, that's 2. Hold on to it tight. At this point, they're like, oh yeah, he's not going to sneak anything out or do anything sneaky this time. And it's nice. So they really want to hold on to the 2. And the other nice thing is they never touched 2 beforehand. So they don't know what the comparative feeling of 2 versus 3, unless they saw some other coin magician right before you, and then you're screwed. They're holding onto the 3 coins there. You take this coin and you say, now make sure I can't sneak anything out. And I like this moment because that's what just happened. So they're going to be holding tight. Or worse yet, try to sneak something in. And I do a spider grip vanish here. What happens is the coin is going to go into the closed fist of the hand. And I'll turn my hand over so you can see it actually. What happens here is that the coin goes in and goes directly in the classic palm. Now, I'm moving my index finger the other way, but I shouldn't. Here, it looks like that. Notice how where my thumb is right now? If you want the cover, so you can get a thumb flex to get a stronger classic palm at this moment, that thumb extending all happens behind the cover of this hand, so that they're not going to see it. So that thumb flex, so you can really just jam that coin right into classic palm, but that thumb is hidden behind this hand. That allows you to, now you've got the coin in classic palm here. You simply take that hand that supposedly has the coin and wave it over the other spectator's hand, the one that's concealing the coins, or the one that's holding the coins. This hand looks dirty, and I usually keep it tight. And I leave the rest on the table. You can drop it to your side. You can say, go ahead and open your hand and spill the coins on the table. So now this hand that was dirty, all of a sudden, or it had a lot of heat on it, all of a sudden it's empty, and it's revealed to be empty in a very natural way. They spill the coins on the table. Everyone sees that there's 3. The room goes crazy. They throw clothing at you, but you're not done yet. Okay, if they throw their clothing at you, you can stop. I guarantee you that. You can just put the coins away and go on with your life. I don't. At this point, I give them their clothing back, and then I proceed. You're going to get we're going to repeat the production and vanish sequence again as a sort of a little kicker ending, and to convince the audience that you can do really difficult sleight of hand even though you're not doing difficult sleight of hand. I have the 3 coins here. I'm going to plant my thumb on top. I have the 1 coin that I just did the spider grip vanish concealed in classic palm. These 3 coins just came out of the spectator's hands. I'm going to do a false count. 1. Nothing happened. I still have these 3 coins here. And I'm doing what amounts to a shuttle pass move with this hand. So you get a little motion. That's 1. I release. That's 2. 2 here. They don't right know there's 2, so I'm concealing. 1, 2, 3. Now that's not 3. That's my click pass again. So instead of, as I turn over for the last coin, I just grab the second of the 2 coins and pull it back so that I can go into have them both in finger palm. So to speed, this is concealed here. To the speed, you get 1, 2, 3. For the 3rd coin, what you do is you have 2 here. I just pull the thumb back so I can finger palm both of them. So you have 2 coins here. They think it's 3. It looks very much and sounds very much like it's 3. And you have 2 concealed here, which means you can go very cleanly into your pocket with these 2, come out with your hand empty, and then immediately produce one of these 2 coins. See? It makes your life easier. Again, to make the production, you're just going to push off one of the 2 coins from finger palm. And again, like I said, the index finger is going to act as a guide to help you make that as quiet as possible. And in a lot of standard restaurants, you don't need to worry about it. If you really are worried about it, you can show this hand empty and then go under the table and produce a coin. I've done that before when I had noisy coins. So you've produced this one. You have another one concealed in finger palm. This hand's very clean. You're going to do a shuttle pass over, which means you can now wave and produce the second coin. That gives me 2. We're going to do the false count again, or the click pass again. So I'm here, same move from the false count, but this time the coin falls off. To the audience's perspective, you produce the 2, drop the 2, take the 2 in this hand. They have no idea that there's only 1 here now, and you have the 1 in finger palm this whole time. You can produce this one off your sleeve. So you've done the exact same production sequence you did at the very beginning. So they know that they think there's 3, you're down to 2. You can do a lot of different vanishes here at this moment. You can, I usually just stick to the one that we started with, pretending to take the fake and just repeat this whole sequence again. Now do the retention pass. Now do the shuttle pass, and I say I'm going to make this coin vanish visibly. And then you kind of look at the audience and you say, someone finally asked me, what does it actually look like to make something vanish visibly? And then you stick this coin in your pocket. Now you're 1 ahead, and you say, I know that usually makes people angry, so here we'll use this one. You've had that one that you vanished from earlier from your shuttle pass. So you're here, you reproduce this one because you want the audience to be upset. And now you're going to do a vanish of mine that is a little more recent than this routine, but it works very nicely with this routine. And it's called the Flying Wombat. And I called it the Flying Wombat because I want to do a Raven-esque style of vanish, but I wanted to do sleight of hand, and so I just felt that we'll just use a stupid name because ravens are, I don't know, raven's the cool name, so we'll go with Flying Wombat. Depending on the temperature and the amount of moisture, you have a couple options. If you tilt the hand forward, notice how the coin simply slides forward. Slides, and your index finger and middle and third finger are spread a little bit, but just enough so that the coin can fall forward, but these two fingers can keep it from going too far down. Your third finger is then going to lever that coin up. Okay, so it's levered up. And what this allows it to do is allows it to just steal the coin with this hand in Mutobe palm. Now, Mutobe palm is this position here. Now, Mutobe palm is a particularly interesting palm. It's sort of like an angle palm. Garrett Thomas it's also sort of like Garrett Thomas's web grip. And you have the coin, which is sort of his downs palm that you can wiggle around. Mutobe palm, it comes from a gentleman by the name of Yoshihiko Mutobe, and who's from Japan, and he's a dentist, but he also does killer coin magic the rest of the time. And what the nice thing about this palm, it allows your hand to be flat. And the way you know you're doing it right is if your thumb and your fingers all exist in the same plane. So the problem with this vanish, or this position, is that it's pretty angly, right? This is bad magic, this is bad magic, this is bad magic, this is bad. Now all of a sudden, it starts to look pretty good, right? I can flex the thumb a little bit, but with that flat hand, it looks just like the empty flat hand behind. So when I do this, the coin just looks like it's gone. Here, I mean, this is bad magic, bad magic, bad magic, but here, it's gone. So getting this placement takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it there, you can do multiple coins if you want. So it's great for vanishing stacks of coins. It's got a lot of applications, including spellbound stuff too. It's got a lot of fun stuff you can do with it. So you've knocked the coin down, it picks up, Mutobe palm, steal it. Now I sweep back at this point. I keep these fingers close together because I want more heat on this hand than I want on this hand that has the coin of Mutobe palm, even though it looks very, very empty. So that I swing back, I'm here, and then I immediately flex. And now both hands look completely empty. They look the same. I swing the arm back around my body, and as I do so, I just bring my thumb to my fingertips. And as I do that, I release the tension. And that allows the coin to fall from Mutobe palm into finger palm. So I can turn my hand palm up and show my hands ostensibly empty, just as empty as it was a moment before when I was showing them this angle. So from here to here. It's a very quick way for the coin to just fall using gravity right into finger palm, so you can display. Turn both hands palm up. And I can drop the hands down. And I use that line I stole from Gary Kerr. It's a memory misty like a dream. That's from his original trio routine. So that is easy trifecta. It's a table hopper routine. So you get to produce the coins, you get to make them go across in the spectator's hands in an interactive fashion, and then you get to vanish all the coins at the end. It's a fun routine to do, and please enjoy it, because I know I've gotten a lot of use out of it over the years, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. Do you guys like magic?
Oh, of course.
Good, good. Okay, well, I brought something for people who really like magic. Now, I don't know if you can see it yet or not. I keep my props small, that way they're easier for me to carry around. Let me stretch it out, make it a bit easier for you to see. It's an old silver $50, minted at the turn of the century. It's called a barber $50. You can see how it sort of shines and glints in the light there. I can take some of that shine off, give that shine a shake. Whoop. Gives me a second one, just like that. See? Yeah, no, yeah. Now, what's funny, now do you know why I carry two? His and hers. No, actually, the reason I always have 2 coins is that way I can always hide a third one in between them. You just don't see that one to the very last second. I know, it's okay. It'll be all right. You'll all survive. You'll all survive this. Good. Well, good. I want to show you my favorite trick with 3 coins, and sometimes I have trouble with this because it's a trick with 1 and 2, and see what I mean? I get confused too because see, I think maybe I can find the 3rd coin over here, but that's the 2nd coin. So I think I'm going to find the 3rd coin over here, but see, that's the 2nd coin. So I have to remember that the 3rd coin is always hiding in between the other 2. I just have to remember that rule. Okay, good. So I know, you're okay, it's okay. As long as I have these 3 coins and I can, what the?
What do they got?
That's my bad. See, I think the 2nd one's over here, and remember the 3rd coin? The 3rd coin always appears in between the other 2.
Oh.
Just trying to, yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, okay, so there's a couple secrets going on here. What I can do is I can make the coins invisible. So here, I tell you what, help me out for just a second. I'm going to take this one there. Perfect. Very nicely done. And sir, well, actually, here, would you go ahead and take this one for me? Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Okay, good. This last one is mine. It's the cute one. This one I can take and just blow. It becomes invisible here at my fingertips, and then when I squeeze, it comes back again. It's just, I'll tell you what, here, I'll take yours. Give it a toss in the air, catch it on the way down. Oh, yours is, okay, yours is, actually, you know what, you've been a good job. Why don't you hand it, actually, no, you go ahead and hold on to it. Hand it to him, Very good, but don't drop it now. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and toss it to me up here. When I count to 3, okay, just aim for these 2 here, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Whoa, nicely done. That was great. That was very good. That's good, see? Well, you know what, I'll tell you what, so there's, like I said, I have a hard time with this, keeping track of the coins. For instance, if I want to stop, sometimes I'll take one of the coins, I'll put it in my pocket, and you know what happens? Is that it just automatically comes back. And I try to make it easier on myself. Like, I'll just say, okay, well, this time I'm just going to take 2 coins. I'm going to take 2 coins and put them in my back pocket, right? I mean, really. And that's the way, but they still come back.
What? How?
I don't know. That's even I get confused. They almost do sometimes. Well, here, let me try to simplify it for myself. Okay, that's number 1. I'm going to put that one in the hand. Number 2, that one also is going to go in the hand. Number 3, I'm not going to put in the hand. Number 3, I'm going to put in the pocket, right? That one's going to go in the pocket. So now, as long as that's the one there, and well, I put a bunch of coins in the pocket. So maybe, you know what? I tell you what. Why don't I do something else for you guys? We'll just do another trick completely. We don't need to do it with the coins, because I can tell you're a little freaked out.
A little bit.
Hey, folks. Kainoa Harbaugh here, and I have a little bit of mystery right here in my pants, in the pocket of my pants. You seen these before? I keep my props small, that way they're easier for me to carry around. Let me stretch this one out, make it easier for you to see. It's a silver $50. Minted at the turn of the century. It's called a barber half. What's neat about this, it sort of shines and glints in the light. I can take that shine off, just give it a shake. I get a 2nd coin, just like that. 2 coins. The reason why I always carry 2 is that way I can always hide another one in between them. You just don't see that one to the very last second. That's 1, 2, and 3. I'm glad I brought these 3 coins. That means I can do my favorite trick for you with 1, 2, and, oh, darn it. Sometimes I have some problems with this because I know I have the 2 coins. Sometimes I think I can get the 3rd one over here in my sleeve, but that must be the 2nd coin. I think I get the 3rd one maybe off of this sleeve, but no, that must be the 2nd coin. And I always have to remember that the 3rd coin's always hiding in between the other 2. You just don't see it to the very last second. Well, good. As long as I have all 3 coins, I can do my favorite trick in the world for you. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I get confused. Let's see. Number 2, maybe you can get an air over there. And of course, number 3. Remember, number 3 is always in between the other 2. Right there. Well, this is a little odd, but I can, at least with these 3, for now, I can have the people here. All of you, yeah, hi. How you doing? Good. I'm glad you came. Thanks for coming. I'm going to do this. I need a little bit of help here with you all, so I'm just going to. I'm going to take this coin and blow and turn it invisible. Would you just hold on to that for me? Just don't drop it because it's really hard to find. Yeah. Oh wait, this one. No, I'm going to give you this one. I'm just going to give it a little wiggle. Turn that one invisible. You hold on to that one. Thank you. And you can pass it back to the person behind you. That's perfect. This one's mine. It's the cute one. I take this coin, just give it a little rub like that. It becomes completely invisible right there at my fingertips until I need it to come back, just with a squeeze. That's the first coin, the one that's mine. Let me take, actually, we'll leave yours for a second. Let me take yours back. I'm just give it a little toss, catch on the way down. That's number 2. And you're way in the back. You don't need to come up here. All I just want you to do is toss. Go ahead and just toss yours up here. Just watch the face. Go ahead. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Nicely done. It gives me all 3 coins again. That's nicely done. Nicely done. The problem with this trick is that you need to be able to interact with the coins, but I always have trouble interacting with the coins. For instance, what will happen with me oftentimes is that I will try to, for instance, I'll just take one of the coins and try to put it away into my pocket, and no matter how hard I try to do that, it comes back. It gets even stranger though if you try to make more sense of it by taking two of the coins, and putting it into your pocket. Because even when you put the 2 coins in your pocket, they still come back. It gets weirder though, because sometimes I think I take out 1, and I know I put that in my pocket. You know that can't leave 1 in my hand. Why? Because just a moment before, you didn't see the 1, you saw the 3 coins. So let me try to make as much sense of this as I can. That's 1 coin that's going to go into the hand. That's the second coin that goes into the hand. The third coin doesn't go into the hand, it goes into the pocket, right? Right. So now as long as I have those 3 coins, wait, if I put the, you know what? Let me just do a card trick instead. It'd be much easier for me to follow and for you to follow as well. So this is the explanation for trifecta 2, or what I tend to think of as the hard version of trifecta. This is the most recent version that I've been doing lately, which means I've been doing it for about, I think, 8 or 9 years now, I'd say. And it's a lot of fun to do. You can think of it as being pretty modular, and when I originally published this, what I tended to do was just teach like little different moves and allowed you to insert it wherever you want, the moves wherever you wanted to in the routine. This is sort of how I tend to do it most of the time. Depending on who is around and what I'm doing, I change the routine up a little bit, but by and large, this is what the structure that I tend to stick to. It has a very number of fun moments in it, including one of the moments which I think is the most important in it, which is the moment where you interact with the audience by giving them nothing. You vanish these coins and you hand them in the invisible coins, and it's beautiful because most of the people will just sit there with this invisible coin in their hand. And for me, it's a really important lesson that teaches us that you can be interactive while doing a lot of visual magic, but they don't necessarily have to touch your props with their grubby little paws. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, a lot of guys will say, I don't ever let people touch my coins because they might steal them. It's like, it's true. They might just, if they're drunk enough, they might just grab them and run out the bar. You think you gotta tackle them, it gets ugly. You lose your coins, they'll spill on the floor while you're tackling them and beating them. Anyway, this allows you to have a moment of interaction with the audience, and they get to mime you, they hand it to you, they throw it from the back. It gets that interactive moment without them having to touch anything. It's very powerful, very powerful. So this routine is very much inspired by a lot of the people who use this set of props, which is 2 coins and an expanded shell that fits both the coins. Troy Hoosier is probably the person that made this the most popular, but people like Homer Lewag do versions of this routine. A bunch of people do this, use these props, and the person that I saw finally do it, I'd seen Homer do it, I'd see Chris Korn do it, but then I finally saw Jeff Latta do this routine, or rather do a routine using these props. And because of this rhythm or whatever it was, or maybe it was just his snarkiness, I don't know, I loved it. And all of a sudden I was like, I have to work in this routine. For the first time I feel really moved to really play with this stuff. So that was my starting point. And so what I did was I mined from all the other routines I saw my favorite moments. And that's how I put them all together, and that's how I came up with this routine, which really is a nice worker. So you're going to begin, you're going to have the coin with the shell on it. It's going to be here in edge grip, and the other coin is going to go beneath it in edge grip. So you can see the coins there. Remember, when I talk about edge grip, I'm very much talking about not necessarily the David Roth version, because if you move the coins too far forward, you're not going to be able to get that middle finger's not going to be able to do anything. And it can't be too far back, because otherwise it's going to take too long to get the coins out. So you're going to put it right in between there. Right between there. Okay? So, first production is very simple. Your middle finger is going to reach underneath and just slide that coin out. Now, the thumb and the second finger are simultaneously keeping that coin that's in it's still in edge grip, the coin with the shell, in place. Because the coin with the shell is slightly bigger than the coin without the shell, it makes it a little bit easier to get that coin out. Though the non-shelled coin, the regular coin, out from underneath. Now that production happens as I cover. So, boom, the coin appears. So that's all happens underneath the cover. I immediately do a little shuttle pass here. Now you can't get as much of a flick off this coin because it's got the shell on it. So I just sort of do a standard David Roth shuttle pass, here to here. And so the coin with the shell is in your hand. You're now going to produce this coin. You're going to talk about the shine. You produce this coin, the coin out of finger palm here, just by giving a little shake. And as you use the larger action of the shake to cover the smaller action of the thumb dipping down and pushing the coin to the fingertip. The thumb just goes behind and pushes it up. So that all happens as you do this, and you just very slowly slow down the shaking, and the coin sort of materializes. It's very visual. I'm going to exchange the position of the coins because this next move I do primarily with my right hand. So now the coin with the shell is my right hand, and the regular coin without shell is over here in my left. So coin with the shell is in this hand, regular coin is here. I drop the coin with the shell into open finger palm position so that the opening of the shell is facing upwards. This allows me now to do the easiest unnest in the world of the shell, which is to turn the hand over, finger palming the shell, coin just falls out. We're going to use this move a number of times in this routine. I drop the coin. I drop the regular coin out of the coin with the shell. Out of the shell. I have the shell now in finger palm here. I lever these two coins up into a fan, and I bring the hands together. And as my right hand comes closer to the coins in the fan in my left hand, my right thumb is going to push the coin towards the fingertips, so that by the time I reach here, I can load the coin, the shell rather, behind the fan of two coins. So there it goes. Now this is a sequence from Gary Kurtz's trio. I'm going to push the coin over so far that it lines up behind the two coins. So now when I expose like this, when I display like this, people very much only see two coins. Just two coins. And so it's very clean. So it's from here, they see two, still two, right? Because the shell is hiding behind the other two coins. And now with my thumb and middle finger, I collapse the two coins that are there and immediately fan. Now the shell is back here. It's closest to the thumb now. But I talk about how this coin appeared in the middle. It didn't, but this is a real coin, and I can take it out, and I can flip it, and I can show that it's a solid coin. So it looks to the audience as if you're producing these nice solid coins, even though you have one gaff that's allowing you, that literally palms itself. So you're now going to vanish the coins accidentally by doing a move that comes out of, I believe, coin 1 from Homer Leewag. You're going to take the bottommost coin. I have it right now set regular coin, shell, regular coin. You take the bottommost regular coin and count 1. So for the bottommost coin, I count 1. Then as I come back, I'm already going to be nesting this coin into the shell. So it's 1, 2, I take the coin and the shell away, and then I come back to 3. Oh, that coin has vanished. So from the audience's perspective, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. It's hard for them to tell exactly when that third coin vanished. So now I have the 2. I immediately do a nest that I showed before. So now the coin with the shell is here in this hand. I'm going to finger palm the shell, turn the hand over, let the coin fall out of the shell. And now you're going to do a sequence of reproductions where you're going to keep messing up. But it's very magical. In order to do this, the first time I have the shell concealed here, so I'm going to reach up and produce that shell over here at my sleeve. Now, as I do that, as the body turns this way towards the audience, as the body turns this way towards the audience, and I produce the shell, this hand is going to perform an edge flip maneuver. Edge flip is when you do the exact opposite of the production sequence with the middle finger. The middle finger is going to contact the bottommost coin of the fan and extend into contact and then pull back. And as it pulls back, you notice that it rides right along the thumb there, and you have positive contact on that coin all the way around here. And so it's not necessarily, it is actually, I can remove the thumb. See, it has actually clipped, as usual, between the index finger and middle finger. But the thumb is there just to keep it safe. I then keep bending the middle finger until it delivers the coin right into edge grip. So at speed, looks like that. Okay? So at speed, that middle finger comes out, puts the coin right into edge grip. Now you have a lot of time to do this because what you're doing while this is happening is your entire body, these fingers, are all the way over here on your side, to your side. The focus of your attention, you're leaning, your entire head is leaning forward towards the place where you're producing this coin. So as you're doing this production, you see from where the camera is picking up the angle, and this is the performance angle, you just see a little bit of fuss, just a little bit of finger movement, but no one's going to notice it. You certainly don't see the coin suddenly disappear. So by the time I say, all right, I think the third coin is going to appear over here at my sleeve. Oh no, wait, that's the second coin. By the time I pointed it out, the coin's gone. You're keeping the coin concealed over here in edge grip. The shell's now going to allow you to repeat the move in an even cleaner fashion. The regular coin gets placed behind the shell. The hand with the coin in edge grip is going to cross the body and produce the coin from the sleeve. As it does that, all this coin has to do is nest inside the shell. So they definitely see two coins. They're here. I cross the body. I produce the coin out of edge grip just by reversing that movement, bringing the middle finger beneath, so they can ride along the thumb and come to the fingertips as this nesting action is going on. So for the audience, they see you very much with two coins. And all of a sudden you produce, and bam, by the time you come back, that third coin they supposedly just saw is gone. You do the same unnest again. I just dump the coin out of the shell. And I repeat the production from Gary Kurtz, where I push the coin using the fingertips so it's concealed behind the two coins. So I just repeat that maneuver again. So from my side, it looks very much like this. From the audience side, they just see the hands come together, and they see this. It's very clean. Again, the middle finger and thumb push and close the fan together, and immediately fan the coins to reveal the third coin. Now you're going to vanish all the coins, and almost all of the coins, and you're going to push even harder on this sort of misdirection production. You're going to flip this coin over so that the tail faces the audience. So my shell is head side, so head's here, and then I put the tail so that the tail goes in the top. The tail is the one that's going to nest inside the shell. I take the bottom coin, heads towards the audience, and I do Jeff Lada's vanish from a trick with three coins. This hand just allows the coin to drop into finger palm, just as if it was doing a French drop. This hand nests the shell. When done together at the same time with the hands separating, with the hand just going outward slightly, you get that moment where it just looks like the coins just sort of dematerialize. Eric Jones has a nice touch in this where what he'll do is he'll, instead of holding the coin here, he'll hold the coin at his fingertips. And I push my thumb over a little bit, and that gives me a little bit more freedom so that the coin can move back in the finger palm that much faster. But the original method, just like that, is just as good. I now hand the coin with the shell, this is the nested coin, to this hand, so I can show this hand empty. Because if you think about it, this is really the guilty hand, because this is the one that had two. Right? So you're here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do use the more standard, what's become a more standard unnest. You're going to take this the shell, and now it looks like a double header, and you're going to place the coin here into position for French drop. And what you're going to do, and I'm going to turn my hand just a little bit so you can see what's going to happen. You're going to use the very standard what's become a very standard nest. You're just going to release the pressure on the thumb upwards, and that allows the coin to fall out of the shell into finger palm. Now you do this move happens and gets covered by, you're going to cross over with the hand that's concealing just the $half. It's going to cross in front of this hand, so that as it crosses over, you produce a coin. You've already done the move. I then pop this coin up to the fingertips, take the real coin, place it beneath the shell. And what this allows for, this allows for what's about to happen, as did the positioning of the coin beforehand. I pretend that I do a faux production as if I'm going to reach over here. And as the hand comes over to the side of the body again, all I'm going to do is push up with my third finger, which allows my middle finger to come back, and push that coin to the bottom of the fan. So from here in finger palm, up to here. Now, you can see why, hopefully, I had the coin so that it would fall out of this position, so that it falls out, so that when it hits, I now have tails there, because if I were to add this coin to the bottom of a fan of coins, now it would show heads. And I want everything to look copacetic for when I go here to here. To do the faux production, I load the coin under the back of the fan, so the fan of two, so that when I come here, they see 3 coins. And I talk about it, and I pretend as if it's the middle one that just appeared. Of course it wasn't. But, you know, what do they know? They're listening to you because they're so befuddled by this point. They've seen so much visual magic. They don't know exactly what to believe except for you. Now you get to the really fun part of this routine, the fun part where it's all about interacting. You're going to interact with the audience members, and this is, like I said at the beginning, this is that fun moment where you're going to give them absolutely nothing to hold on to. And they're going to hold on to nothing, and they're going to enjoy it. And so it gives you a chance to go away from this crazy visualness, the very visual-centered moments of the coin magic, and take it to them so that they can participate. But you don't have to worry about them touching your props or anything. It's a lot of fun. So now you get to do the easiest vanish in the world. I had as we were coming out from over here, I had the coin, that was I have a real coin shell. I just take the bottom real coin and put it to the top of the fan. As I'm talking about, we're going to get some participation here. And then you're going to do the easiest vanish. You're going to simply pull the coin into the shell as this hand pretends to take it. So, like that. You do that under the cover of the hand, approaching and seemingly taking the coin. So this hand just comes over flat, and supposedly takes the coin, turns it invisible, and hands it to the spectator. Now this is very clean because you use the shell to make that coin appear invisible. Now, here comes a little bit of the tricky part. I'm going to place the coin that has the shell over here in this hand. This is the hand that's going to be not concealing the coins. I'm going to be doing in other words, I'm going to be doing the vanishes into this hand. All right, so this is the hand that has the coin with the shell. This hand just has the regular coin. You're going to do a fingertip retention pass into this hand, using the exact same method we've been using The exact same move with this middle finger we've been doing. The middle finger comes out and just sort of grabs the coin. So instead of doing a regular retention pass where you would grab with both fingers, regular retention pass you grab with both fingers, you're going to grab just with the middle finger. It's a lot less movement and clips the coin. And this is very much based on a vanish from the very beginning of the Dave Williamson book. Whoop, right there. That coin's going to go into edge grip as you come up and take the coin from the other hand. So to speed, what they see is the vanish, and then it's already an edge grip. So so from here, it's a vanish, already an edge grip. I'll do it from an exposed point of view. There. Do it one more time. I'll get a little deeper. There. So now you've turned the coin invisible. This one becomes invisible. I hand it to this person, and I usually will tell this person, you know what, hand it to the person behind you. That way, and it's this nice moment of people giggling with each other and moving around invisible objects, and you just get to see who's happiest and who's drunkest, and it's a nice way to learn something about the audience. Now comes the fun, challenging part. You do the same move that you just did, the same vanish, but you're going to do it at an upswing because you need to get some momentum to come up because of what this move now entails. I'm going to do a retention pass into edge grip so that I have a stack of 2 coins in edge grip. I'm then going to I'm just going to lever the 2 coins that are in edge grip up into JW grip, then immediately lever them back down to get into edge grip, and then I'm going to produce the bottom coin of the stack. Because I can. Here we go. So I'm going to do a retention pass. Instead of just doing it as a placement, I'm going to come up because I'm going to bring the hand up here. So they think they see a coin here. I need a little bit more time here because I got to get these coins out of edge grip and into JW grip. So same movement. The middle finger is going to grab the coin and suck it under. It's going to go underneath the coin, and this is the coin with the shell now that I have now at my very fingertips. Middle finger is going to grab that coin and put it underneath. The edge of the shell is, the opening of the shell is pointing upward. And this is what's going to allow for a little bit of ease of movement in terms of what we're going to be doing for this next part, because this is actually kind of a difficult move. So the coin comes and just gets added to the bottom of the coin there, the stack, or rather the coin with the shell, as I do the vanish. So I bring the hand up, I pause for a second here, I stop the motion so that I can then move this hand. As I move this hand up, I make sure the coin that was just stolen, so it can just sit here. As by the time I blow on the nothingness in my hand, I make sure I have that coin all the way into edge grip. As soon as I blow, it's already in edge grip, I immediately begin to raise my hand up. And as I raise my hand up in the air, the thumb goes underneath the stack of 2 coins and levers them up. So that now they're pinched with the second finger helping out a little bit here into JW grip. A couple things I have to say about JW grip now that I think of it is that I notice how I make my index finger here match my third finger, because I'm not into this sort of like crazy way of holding or like this. I try to mimic this finger here, so that from the audience's perspective, when it's straight on like this, it doesn't look like all kind of zany and hamajang. Hamajang's a technical Hawaiian term, by the way. Look it up. The nice thing about this position is because the coin with the shell is a little bit wider than the other coin, the coin without the shell, because it's an expanded shell. But I imagine even with the cut-down coins and a regular shell, you'd still have the shell be a little bit bigger than the coin. It acts as a shelf. So I really only have to worry about JW gripping the bottommost coin, the one with the shell. That's what will keep it all in place. We'll try it again. So I do my fake take. I bring the hand up. I blow. By that time, the coin's already in edge grip. I then bring this hand up, levering the coins up into JW grip. I pretend to take the invisible coin. All right? I then immediately take it back in this hand. As I take it back, the bigger action covers me turning this hand turning over, covers the motion of me taking the coin back from where it was, the 2 coins back from where they were, and just angling them back down into edge grip. So they go from here down to here. So this little vertiginous dance the hands do helps to create the misdirection that is very useful for this moment. So it's here to here to here to here to here. All right? So I'll narrate, instead of just saying to here, I'll narrate the moves. Retention pass, display, moving up to JW grip, display, grabbing the coin, the invisible coin, moving the stack down into edge grip, pause display, take the invisible coin, using edge grip as your friend to display nothing. Yeehaw. So at speed, this moment looks like this. Turn around. By the time the coins are down here, I then transfer the nothingness to here, and so you can look right into the hand where I have the 2 coins edge grip, but I don't show that to you. I just show you the nothingness in my hand and the little invisible coin. And I do the production again. I'm going to squeeze, same production we started with, and we push out the coin that has the shell on. All right? That's the bottom coin, so it's just coming out again with that middle finger out, and that's all happens under the cover of me doing that. Place the coin with the shell into finger palm, and then do a shuttle pass. So now this hand is ostensibly empty. Now you get to do a really fun production that I learned from my buddy Curtis Cam. You take back the invisible coin that you gave to the person, and you toss it in the air, and you catch it on the way back down again. And it's the coin that obviously that you just had in finger palm. Now, one of the things is, because it's the coin with the shell, you got to be a little careful here. You don't want the shell to be exposed to the audience for very long. So that's why I toss, catch, and then immediately spin the coin around. It also adds to the shininess of the moment. Toss, catch, all the way to spin it around. Okay? Now I'm in position to do the last coin. The spectator has the invisible coin. I place the coin with the shell on the back. So the coin with the shell on it is closest to me. The regular coin is closest to the audience. Now I'm going to do the one-handed unnest move that comes from More Magic, Hoffman's More Magic, where you can find a lot of fun information about the early use of shells. I hold the coins between my thumb and middle finger. My index finger and third finger collapse the fan of the 2 coins, holding the coins in place. So my thumb could move away, but all my thumb really wants to do is move away as the coins are tilted back ever so slightly, so that the coin falls out of the shell. And it's just being held in place as if it was a little puppet, hey boys and girls, with the thumb. And all it needs to get out is just a little bit like that, so that allows me to push the thumb upwards and create a fan of coins. All right, so now I have to do this, and I usually say the line where I have the 2 coins here. I say the line, whoa, watch the face, and I tilt back like that, and that's the misdirection I use. But you don't even need to misdirect from this moment, but the little tilt back helps. Because, oh wait, not the face, and that gives you all 3 coins again. And it's very strong, because if you think about it, there's only 2 coins there. And then you say, oh, go ahead, toss it up, whoa, not the face, and then it appears. It's a very strong moment. Very strong moment indeed. So, that's almost all of Trifecta 2. What I now add to the very end of Trifecta 2 is another routine that it can stand by itself alone, but I use it now to get out of Trifecta 2, or the hard version of Trifecta. And it's my handling of gadabout coins. Gadabout coins, 2 in the hand, 1 in the pocket. I call it gadabout you. You're going to get into it from the position you're in now. So I have the 2 coins with the shell that I've been using this entire time. I also have in my pocket 2 additional $50 that obviously match. Otherwise, if they didn't match, that'd be bad magic. You're going to do the easiest vanish with a shell. You're going to use it as if you're putting a coin away, so it's not really necessarily a vanish. You're going to pretend to take the top coin, and really what you're doing is you're just nesting the coin into the shell. So as usual, you have coin closest to you is real, then shell in the middle, then coin. And you just do that. under cover of the hand coming over. Now this is very clean because they can see 2 coins here. I put the nothingness in my hand, in my pocket, and as I do that, I finger palm the 2 coins that are in my pocket. I can immediately show that I have 3 coins in my hand by doing a one-handed unnest. Now you could show 2 here, but you don't have to. What I usually do is I just let the 2 fall down, and then my thumb is forward of the 2, forward of the coins, and I'm going to pull it back to reveal the coins. And as I pull back, the thumb contacts the very edge of the bottom coin, which is the shell, and pulls backwards to reveal 3 coins. All right, so the thumb, I square it up again just to show you here. The thumb's going to reach over, pull, and just catch that lower lip. And by doing so, I can pull back and reveal 3 coins. Now you're going to really drive home the 3 coins. They can see the 3 coins. You're really going to drive home the moment now, because all you're going to do is, well, you have 2 more coins, and you're going to be able to create a very realistic utility pass here. You collapse the coins together, let them coalesce. The shell nests. Now you really only have 1 coin that you have to worry about, because that's the coin with the shell on it. You're going to do a utility pass where you turn this hand up as you toss, and as you toss, the friction will cause this coin to remain in place and cause this coin to slide right off of it. So as far as the audience can tell, you just showed them 3, toss them across, they see 3 over here. Okay? It's hiding out over here is the coin with the shell. And these are 3 real coins, so if people really wanted to inspect them right now, they could. Whole time you did not have 3 real coins, and now you have 3 real coins. I don't encourage that at this moment. I'm just trying to keep moving here. You are going to repeat this sequence, but a little more cleanly. Instead of doing the fan take, you're going to just take one of these 2 coins. The 2 coins, the 1 coin will go into the empty hand. The 2 coins will go into the hand that's concealing the coin with the shell. You're going to put this coin into the pocket, but you're going to keep it in finger palm. You're going to palm it back out again as these 2 coins fall into the hand. You immediately just open the hand and show 3 coins. You're going to utility pass over again, picking up, this time, 1 coin to hold in the hand that has the concealed coin with the shell. These 2 coins really are there. They're going to go into the pocket. Now, what I want to do is I want this coin to go as quietly as possible onto the coin with the shell. So I'm going to do 2 things at once. I'm going to allow this index finger here to guide the coin as quietly as possible onto this one. Now this all happens from this side, so the audience doesn't see anything. It just goes right into the hand. But from your angle, from the performer's angle rather, it looks like this. Now in case there's any noise, you can cover this very easily because you happen to have 2 other coins that you're about to put in your pocket. So I do the move as I jingle these 2 coins, because my real focus is not this coin. So if I took 2 coins and put them in my pocket, move's already done, take the 2 coins, really do put them into your pocket. So they're only out for a little while in this routine. And then I do the same unnesting move again. The thumb contacts the front of the bottommost coin, which is the shell, and levers back to reveal 3 coins. So from here, contacts the front, pulls back. All right. Now, you're going to do an even kookier moment. You have an even kookier moment here now, because you're going to close up the hand, laying the shell, again, the coin nest inside the shell. You're going to reach in through the thumb hole and very cleanly remove just 1 coin. That 1 coin then goes into the pocket. You're going to keep it really in finger palm. You're not going to let it go into the pocket. You then open this hand to show 1 coin. So they just saw 3. You took out 1 cleanly. Now all of a sudden there's 1. This is the coin with the shell. You're going to do a shuttle pass now with the coin that just came out of the pocket. So they very cleanly just see 1 coin. You do the exact same move again, but when you did it before with your thumb, this time you have this hand to help guide that coin in. Again, using this index finger as a guide so that you can be as quiet as possible, sliding that coin in. Just because you don't want to reveal that there's a bunch of coins already, because after all, they just had this very clean illusion of 1, the shuttle pass. When a moment before, you only saw the 3. And again, you do the exact same unnesting motion where the thumb contacts the base of the bottom coin, pulls back, lifts up and pulls back, and allows you to see the 3 coins. So the shell is always in the middle here. It's a very convincing moment, and you get people, so you can just watch their eyeballs like just going blah, 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 in their eyes. That's really what it looks like. Now you're going to get to the ending, the gadabout ending, where you're going to vanish. It looks like you're going to vanish 2 of the coins. And for some spectators, it looks like you vanish 3 because they're assuming the one's going to jump back, and all of a sudden everything's gone. Using a sequence with the pop-up move. It's a very fun sequence, and the shell makes it even more fun than you'd think. If you've ever avoided the pop-up move, now's your chance to enjoy it. Close up the hand into a fist. I have the fan of 3 coins here. The bottommost coin, again as usual, coin, shell, coin. The bottommost coin drops on top of the hand, and the thumb opens up to allow the coin to fall in. From my point of view, the coin goes down, and I open up the thumb, and I thumb palm the coin. So if my hand were open now, I'd be thumb palming the coin. What I really am trying to do is trying to move it over so that I can get my index finger underneath to be able to push up on the coin so it can pop up. Thus the name, the pop-up move. Now what you're going to do is combine that pop-up move with this very easy vanish. You're just going to nest the coin. This coin is ready to go in the hand with the pop-up move. You're going to do the pop-up move as you nest the coin, the top coin here. So it looks like this. And it's a very visual, I mean, it just looks like, I mean, that coin just came from there to there, and that's what it does. This coin, now, this is my little bit of anal retentiveness. Instead of allowing the coin to fall in like I did before so that the face of the coin, the head's portion of the coin was pointing towards the knuckle, instead this time, when it falls in, I'm going to open my thumb around the coin so that now the tail side of the coin, is closer to the knuckle. So instead of going like this, I'm now going like this. It's a subtle thing, but you'll see why in a second. Because now when I push up, what it allows you to do is let the tail side of the coin to show. That's because I have to show, I can't turn this shell over, because if I do, the coin might fall out of the shell, right? So I have to show the coin here in finger palm, and as I do a finger palm vanish up on top of the hand, I just turn the hand over, I do the pop-up move at the same time. So you should see heads here and tails there. And so that's all copacetic. Now this coin doesn't go into the hand, it goes here into the pocket. And you take that coin, you're concealing the coin with the shell in finger palm, go into the pocket, leave everything behind, you're clean. The routine's over. Simply bring the hands together, you vanish the coins. So that's trifecta 2, and that's the ending that I use for it now, which is what I call Gadabout You. Gadabout You can stand by itself alone. It's a great version of 2 in the hand, 1 in the pocket. Sometimes if I have only a certain amount of time, it's the only thing I'll do for people. It's very fun and very, very visual and very, very magical in terms of the effect that it creates. So I hope you enjoyed both those routines, and